This is a video for how to go about placing rebar in a structural floor in Autodesk Revit. You will notice that I have selected my structural floor by selecting the outside rectangular shape here, and you'll see over on the left hand side in the properties menu that we do have a structural floor. What we want to do is we want to place rebar inside the concrete of the structural floor. So what we will do is we will go to structure and we will click on area in the reinforcement tab, and we will click on the exterior contour of our structural floor, and we'll say OK. Now, one thing you want to notice is that when you come in, it's going to ask you to start drawing rebar lines. Now, for me, I want there to be a 3-inch gap from the exterior of the structural floor to the interior. So up here where you see offset, I'm going to highlight this, and for me, I'm going to say -3 inches. And I'm going to come up and grab a hold of my 2-point rectangle tool instead of the line tool. I'm going to grab a hold of 2-point rectangle. I'm going to zoom out a little bit, and I'm going to go ahead and click. You're going to notice that automatically it's giving me that 3-inch offset as I click and I drag. When I right click and I say cancel a few times, you're going to notice that I can come up here and just check, and you can even see if I go from this line to this line, it's going to automatically show me that I have 3 inches. That's that 3-inch offset. So once I get out of that, I can come over into our rebar area over here. I can even just get rid of the project browser for now, and there's a lot of different things that you can place within your layers, and you can choose how the hooks come up out of the rebar. So I'm going to choose a standard 90 degree for my major ones, and I'm going to choose a standard 180 degree one for my minor ones, and I'm going to go ahead and say apply. It already took that though, and I'm just going to go ahead and hit my check mark, and you'll notice that you get automatically the rebar placed for you. Now you'll see these kind of hooks here as being the 180 degree hooks. You'll see that more once we go to 3D view. What's nice about the 2D view is I can click on my vertical rebar lines, and it's going to tell me that I have 17 total from left to right, and I'm going to click on my horizontal ones and I'll have 19. It can go ahead and give you a total count for them. You can even also place these within a schedule that you can export. So I'm going to go up to view, and I'm going to go to my 3D view, and when we zoom in down here on the bottom, you can see that my major ones have that 90 degree angle straight down, and my minor ones have the 180 degree hook. So those hooks are placed when they come over and touch the edges of the structural floor that you place. Now you can go in and change the gaps between here. You can decide how far apart you want the gaps to be. You can do all of that when you place the rebar. But as far as a structural floor is concerned, this is how you go about placing rebar in a structural floor in Autodesk Revit.